After a couple of weeks of fall postseason action, just two teams from the Boston Public Schools were alive in their respective state tournament brackets: the Boston Latin girls volleyball team and the Jeremiah Burke boys soccer team. The Wolfpack were trying to get to the state championship on Wednesday night, but they had to get through the undefeated Needham Rockets to do just that. Let's head out to Newton South High School for this one. There you see the Boston Latin Wolfpack girls volleyball team Division I state semifinals. First set, Needham serving. It's Sarah Jensen. Going to come up right here with the spike, and it lands in the Latin territory. Needham goes on to win the first set easily, 25-13. Second set, really strong volley right here. Both teams going back and forth at it. Eventually, Latin's Jordan Harris going to hang out in front of the net right here with a great block on the very next return for Latin School. So you see Latin doing a great job hanging tough. And here comes Harris right at the front of the net. She's going to bury it there for the Wolfpack. Keeps the Wolfpack within two early on in the second set. Late in the set now is Ashley Rooney. Drops the serve off in front of the net right there. Her ace gets the Wolfpack within one there in set number two. 25-24, Needham up by one in the second set. It's match point, but it's dual County League MVP Brianne Cleary dropping the hammer on Needham right there. She ties it up at 25 apiece. Tied up at 26 now. Cleary, good volley between these two. And Cleary tries to drop it in there, but somehow Needham able to hang on and return the serve. This volley goes on for almost a minute. Cleary tries to hammer it down, but somehow they're able to return it there for Needham. Cleary tries another spike, but that time Needham's there to return the shot. So this rally would continue. 56 seconds in total for this rally as Needham returns it there as well. Latin School hanging tough. However, they're now on the defensive. That one for Cleary not quite as powerful. Needham comes up with a spike there. Latin would return. But then for Needham, they come up with a great spike right here, and Latin not able to return that one, as Lila Carr is the one who puts that one away, as Needham goes on to win 27-25 in the second set. Third set now, Latin off to a good start. Right here for the Wolfpack, they get the ace that time. They drop it in there for a 17-9 lead early in the first set, but Needham charges right back. Cleary with the spike, but it's too long there for the Wolfpack dual County League MVP. We're tied up at 25. Last chance here for Latin School. Needham drops it right there in front of the net. That's Sarah Jensen again. Needham wins in 3 straight sets. They would actually go on to win the state championship after this one. They won this one 3-0. Then on Sunday afternoon, it was Jeremiah Burke taking on Manchester Essex in the boys soccer Division IV North Sectional Finals. Decent crowd despite the cold weather first half. It's Burke already up by one, and Cardozo with the steal. And Brenner Cardozo with the drive, but Manchester Essex there for the save. 1-0 at the half for Burke. Then midway through the second half, Burke gets it going. Javon Lopes cleans up the loose ball right there, puts Burke up 2-0. Then just a few minutes later for Jeremiah Burke. Cardozo gets the ball to a wide open Domingo Tavares, 3-0. Jeremiah Burke here in the second half. They start to pour it on with just about 15 minutes left to go. Then it's Khalid Abdi. He's going to bury this goal 5-hole between the keeper's legs there as Jeremiah Burke goes on to win 4-0. They win the Division IV North Sectional Finals, the only City League team in any fall sports to keep that run going. They will now be playing in the state semifinals in just a couple of days. Burke will take on Cohasset in the Division IV state semifinals in boys soccer Wednesday, November 20th, 7 p.m. Back at that field, Manning Field up in Lynn. Jeremiah Burke looking to become the first city soccer team to win the state title. No Boston City League soccer team has ever won the state title. Burke just a game away from getting that chance to make history here in the Boston City League. Now let's head over to football, where City League high school football teams had a last chance for a regular season win before rivalry matchups come up on Thanksgiving. Two playoff teams, Latin Academy and Boston English, squared off on Friday night with a chance to carry that momentum from that game to their respective Thanksgiving Day matchups. Let's head out to Boston English High School for this one. They see the Latin Academy Dragons fresh off their playoff loss against Manchester Essex. Second quarter, Boston English on the 38th, they fumble the football, and Raymond Kelly recovers for Latin Academy. A couple plays later, the Dragons run the toss there with Robert Merrick. He doesn't get into the end zone, but he picks up a first down. Zach Maffeo would get the touchdown for Latin Academy, but they would not get the two-point conversion. 5 minutes to go now in the second quarter. That's Smith chucking it deep down to tight end Hakeem Olagon for a 45-yard touchdown connection for Boston English. Then it's Keyshawn Kerr rumbling in for the touchdown run. He ties it up at 6 apiece. English now trying for the two-point conversion. Ja'Kai Smith rolling right, finds Olagon, who makes a great diving catch. English goes up 8-6 at the half. Fourth quarter now. Same score, under 7 minutes to go. Latin Academy driving. Rafael Cruz with an 11-yard run gets Latin Academy into Boston English territory there in the fourth quarter. Now on 4th and 11, Maffeo escaping pressure, but he can't find an open receiver. Turnover on downs. Boston English recovers. Latin Academy would get the ball back. 20 seconds left now for the Dragons. 4th and 9, Maffeo looking deep, but the pass is intercepted by Jonathan Pierre-Joseph of Boston English, and they hang on to win 8-6 over Latin Academy. Heck of a win for Boston English, who, if they beat Boston Latin School on Thanksgiving, they'll finish off the season with a winning record. Meanwhile, despite the loss, the Latin Academy Dragons have a shot at a Boston North title on Thanksgiving when they take on rival O'Brien. So we've got one more week of high school football here in the Boston City League coming up. But for now, that's going to do it for sports here this week, folks. Make sure you come right back here next time for more on Boston Neighborhood Sports.